Hi everyone, welcome to Yoruba Life TV. This is where we promote African culture, traditions, and religion. Thank you all for your support, both in cash and in kind on this platform. If you are new here, kindly click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe free of charge so that you don't miss anything on this channel. And if you want to become part of our members, kindly make use of the join button down below to choose any categories of your choice. Being a member is a way of showing your support to me, and I pray may Olodumare continue to support you all. Ashe. In this video, I have a topic for you, and this topic I believe will help a lot of you guys who are interested in Orisha practice in Yoruba belief system. And the topic is, can anyone work with Orishas, or is it reserved for specific individuals? So a lot of you guys are concerned about this, and in this video I am going to explain, and you are going to understand whether you can work with Orishas or not, and you will understand who Orisha is much more better in this video. This channel is dedicated for the promotion of our belief system in Africa, and don't forget that we are all Africans, you know, whether we are in Yoruba land or any other part of Africa countries, and even our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, we are all one and we are all black, and our belief system is the same. So without wasting much of our time, let's get into it. Can anyone work with Orishas, or is it reserved for specific individuals? So let's check the overview of this question, of this topic. Orishas are spirits in the Yoruba belief system. So with this, you are going to understand who Orishas are. For those of you who do not understand or who are hearing the word Orisha for the first time, so this is the overview of what Orisha is all about. So Orishas are spirits in the Yoruba belief system. So you all know the meaning of the word spirit. So our Orishas, they are spirits. So Orishas are intermediaries between humans and the supreme divine being called Olodumare. So these Orishas we are talking about, they are the intermediaries between us, humans, and the supreme being called Olodumare. So we believe that we cannot have direct access to Olodumare. So we send our Orishas, we appease our Orishas, so to take our matter, to take our problems, or whatever you need from Olodumare. So we send Orishas to him to answer us and to do whatever we want. So Orishas are intermediaries between humans and the supreme divine being called Olodumare. It is believed that Orishas have influence over various aspects of our life, such as love, health, prosperity, and protection. So this is our belief. So they have influence, and that's why we appease them, and that is why we initiate Orishas. We initiate them, we have them as our protector. So we look up to the Orishas to protect us. So we believe that they have influence over a various aspects of our life, such as our love life, our health life, prosperity, and protection. So I think that is well understood about who Orishas are. So let's check more points. However, Orisha devotees often seek guidance, blessings, and protection from their Orishas through rituals, offerings, prayers, and ceremonies. So you may be wondering, how do we connect to our Orishas? So we do that through rituals, through offerings, that is sacrifice, then through prayers, which we call Iwure in Yoruba land, then ceremonies, you know, which you can as well call festivals. So we always organize festivals for our Orishas. So this is how to be connected to your Orisha. So I think that is that about the overview of who Orishas are. So let's move forward. So working with Orishas typically requires initiation and training. So this is exactly the body of this question. So how do you work with the Orisha? So because the question is, can anyone work with Orishas, or is it reserved for specific individuals? So first of all, before you can have a direct connection with a particular Orisha, you have to be initiated to the Orisha. And secondly, you have to understand the attribute of the Orisha, and that is what the training aspect is talking about. So working with Orishas typically requires initiation. Initiation is when we say you are initiated into a particular Orisha. So that is the initiation aspect, which is a spiritual rite. You know, there are some spiritual activities that will be performed before you can be fully initiated into a particular Orisha. And training, you know, the training aspect is when you get to understand the attribute of a particular Orisha, then you will understand how to work with such an Orisha. You will understand how to practice the Orisha. So that is what that is talking about. So let's check more points. In many cases, individuals who wish to work, that is, who wish to practice an Orisha. In many cases, individuals who wish to work with Orishas must undergo a series of rituals and ceremonies to establish a connection with a specific Orisha, receive their blessings, and learn how to communicate with them effectively. So I think I've explained that. So if you want to practice an Orisha, you must undergo a series of rituals, you know, which it is attached to your initiation into the Orisha. Then ceremonies, you know, during the initiation, you know, there are some ceremonies. You can celebrate the Orisha after your initiation is completed. Then annually, you can always carry out festivals for your Orishas for you to receive more blessing. You know, with this, you can establish a connection with that specific Orisha. Then you will be receiving blessings. You'll be receiving blessing from the Orisha, and you have to learn how to communicate with the Orisha. So with that, when you learn how to communicate with the Orisha, then that will help you to know more better on how to connect or how to work with the Orisha. So don't forget the question, can anyone work with Orishas, or is it reserved for a specific individual? It is important to know that some individuals are spiritually endowed from birth and are naturally children of a particular Orisha. So the question of, can anyone work with Orishas, or is it reserved for specific individuals? Yes, there are some individuals that are children of a particular Orisha. Then there are some people who are initiated into the Orisha, and with initiation, you can work with such an Orisha. Then those who are the children of Orisha, they have to reunite, because some of them may not know that they are children of the Orisha. So they have to reconnected back to the Orisha. And that can happen by way of initiation. You know, when you discover that you are a child of a particular Orisha, of course, you still need to meet with the practitioners to guide you, to put you through, and possibly initiate you. You are naturally a child of the Orisha, but you can still be initiated properly into the Orisha for you to attract the energy to yourself much more effectively. So let's move forward. Why anyone can develop a relationship with Orishas through study, respect, and devotion. The deeper levels of working with Orishas are often reserved for initiated members and the children of such an Orisha. So the question is, can anyone, so like this is the pre-body of this topic or this question, anyone who is initiated into that Orisha can work with the Orisha, and the children of such an Orisha can work with the Orisha. So the question of whether anyone or not anyone can work with the Orisha, it is that you must be initiated to the Orisha. Except if you want to receive the blessing Orisha without initiation or without being a child of the Orisha, then you have to meet with the practitioner of such an Orisha, or the person to pray for you or to offer sacrifice for you. But with that, you cannot work directly with the Orisha except you are initiated or you are a child of such an Orisha. So these individuals have undergone specific rites of passage, received training from experienced practitioners, and have a deeper understanding of the rituals, traditions, and protocols associated with working with a specific Orisha. I think this is where straightforward it is understood. So these people that we're talking about, those who work with Orisha, they must have undergone a specific rites, you know, and they must have received training from an experienced practitioner. I must have had a deeper understanding of the rituals. You know, you must understand how to appease the Orisha. Then you must understand the traditions. Then you must understand the protocols associated with working with a specific Orisha. So let's move forward. So in summary, why anyone can learn about and develop a relationship with Orishas to a certain extent, the more in-depth practices and rituals are typically reserved for specific individuals who have undergone initiation and training. And even the children, I've said that the children of the Orisha. So initiation, then with the training will help you to know more about the attribute of the Orisha. So when you know the attribute, then you will know how to work with the Orisha. Then there are children, there are people who are naturally children of a specific or a particular Orisha. So in summary, those who can work with the Orisha are the initiated individuals, and those who have the understanding, the knowledge of the Orisha. Welcome back, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video and I hope you have learned something from this video. Next time, I'm going to share with you another topic that will help you in your spiritual journey, especially Yoruba belief system. Thank you and get a better life. Bye for now.